Hello everyone, this is Omega Drive XL, bringing you my first overview video comparing the English dub of Bleach to the original Japanese dub. Now I've heard several people say that the overall English dub for Bleach is just horrible. It's god-awful. It's one of the worst that they've ever heard. And of course they're comparing it to the original Japanese. In my opinion, I couldn't agree more. But it's really in certain situations where you realize just how better the Japanese dub is. And a lot of times the Japanese dub will be fundamentally better than the English dub. But there is occasions where usually the company that are doing these dubs will get better over time. Viz Media, in all honesty, hasn't done that. I have not liked the Naruto English dub, and I have definitely not liked the Bleach dub. And you would think that, you know, the Naruto dub after a while would get a lot better, but it hasn't. I find it almost a bore to listen to, and quite frankly, I have pretty much stopped listening to the Naruto English dub. Funimation, on the other hand, actually learned and actually got better over time doing their dubs. I remember when Dragon Ball Z first came out, and the Funimation dub of Dragon Ball Z first came out. They were like okay, but later on they got phenomenally better. I found it one of that Yu Yu Hakusho, all that. I found them to be amazing dubs, and now it's pretty much anytime you hear that Funimation is going to be doing an English dub, usually it winds up being pretty good. The One Piece English dub, I loved it. So I'm watching Soul Eater. Samurai 7, I think, was done by Funimation. But like I said, Viz Media, and I've also heard that Viz Media underpays their voice actors. For example, the guy who did Jiraiya and Kenpachi in Bleach, or did Jiraiya and Naruto and Kenpachi in Bleach, I think he just left. And you can't really blame him, because right now he has pretty much no work whatsoever. I don't know if a lot of you realize that. Jiraiya is dead. You know, spoilers, but surely you already know that. Jiraiya is dead in Naruto, and Kenpachi barely gets any parts for the rest of this series. So he's pretty much coming in like once a month or something to do a Bleach episode. So I really don't blame him. So, as an overview, from the Soul Society arc, actually like a lot of the people involved with the 13 Court Guard squads, actually like pretty much all of them, especially Mayuri. I love Mayuri's voice. It really fits the character. It fits the his pretty much fits the character overall. Kenpachi, and this is something I really want to touch on. This Kenpachi that we have right now still fits, don't get me wrong. But it's almost playing on a different emotional aspect of Kenpachi. What I mean is that the original voice actor who did Kenpachi, the guy who did Jiraiya for Naruto, sounded really arrogant, sounded really overconfident. And that's a side of Kenpachi. That's one of the main character traits of Kenpachi. He's really arrogant, really snooty, really arrogant. But the thing is now, and see, you can almost say if you've read the manga up to this point that this new voice actor can fit him just as well, just as good. Because this new voice actor for Kenpachi sounds brutish, not as arrogant, but like I said, he sounds brutish. He sounds almost really devious, almost like a antagonist character would sound. And I mean, you can fit both, but right now it's this later voice actor. I'm probably going to have to grow on him. He's probably going to have to grow on me. It's like maybe it's an acquired taste for a lot of people, but right now I'm not going to say that it's terrible. but it fits another character. It fits another aspect of Kenpachi. So it's not a complete fail. I've heard people say that this new voice actor is just awful, horrible. I don't feel that is the case whatsoever. Byakuya sounds perfectly fine to me. With the pronunciation of his Bankai, his abilities, he sounds right. Rukia sounds... You know, there's those types of people that are trying too hard to pronounce stuff correctly. And Rukia sounds almost like that. The way she announces her attacks in the English dub, her Sanpat Toes attacks, is kind of weird. I can't really explain it, but it sounds really forced. You know, like someone's trying so hard to mimic a certain voice aspect. But then there's the opposite. Someone who, I don't know if they haven't watched the original anime or something, but when they pronounce something, it sounds nothing like the original. This includes Ichigo's voice actor. What else? There's others. Like, for example, in when Ichigo first goes Bankai, what made that experience so epic in the Japanese dub was he just sounded so confident. Tensa Zangetsu. It just flowed together. I mean, I probably can't do it justice, but it just flowed together. Tensa Zangetsu. And in the English dub, he sounds almost constipated. I'm sorry. He goes, Tensa Zangetsu. Tensa Zangetsu. And I was like, oh, that sounded horrible. I don't know what about it sounded horrible, but that just sounded awful, to be honest. And there's some other characters that will do this. I had one that I knew of, and that did the same thing, but now I can't put my finger on it. Oh, Yamamoto and what's that other guy? Komamura. The voice. Oh, Komamura. That voice actor is terrible. Oh my goodness. Like, I think there's a clip on YouTube now that has become kind of infamous of this voice actor. And it's when he first shouts Aizen when he's coming down after Aizen has already started kicking everyone's butt across the place and everything. He drops down and he just says, Aizen! I was like, oh, I remember this as well. It's almost legendary in how bad this was. But it was horrible. It was horrible, and it did not get any better. We are in the like last night's or 2 nights ago, the episode that aired then. It didn't get any better. It's almost like he doesn't put any effort into his voice, and it sounds so fake, so unrealistic. Same thing with his Bankai. He says something, I forgot what his Bankai is actually called, but I think it's like Hokujo Tengen Myo. And the way he pronounced, again, some of these voice actors like try and pronounce every syllable. They don't do multiple takes apparently, but they pronounce it every syllable or something. It's like Hokujo Tengen Myo or something. And I'm like, again, that is not... You got to make things flow together for them to actually sound pretty awesome. This is supposed to be an epic moment. Granted, the Bankais and Bleach have started... It's almost like they've been... I rarely see anyone use their Shikai, and this is a video that I'm going to make later on about, you know, the overuse of Bankais and how it's been degraded almost. And Yamamoto. Oh, man. In the Japanese dub, he sounded so epic. When he said, okay, I'll do the English dub right now. He pronounces Ryujin Jaka. Like, again, it doesn't flow at all. And this might sound silly coming from me, but the original Japanese dub, Ryujin Jaka, just sounded amazing when I first heard it. Amazing. I was like, oh man, Yamamoto, the head captain, is about to use his Shikai and freaking roast some bitches. But in the English dub, I do not get that feeling at all. And oh, every single one of the Arrancar. I don't know if they just hired some bum people off the. Oh man, I don't want to sound too like insulting. I don't know what they did, but it's like they hired brand new people to voice these people, and voice the Arrancars and the Espadas, because almost all of them have no emotion whatsoever. Haribel, Stark, Baragon sounds generic. Yami. Yami, almost as bad as freaking Komamura. The last few episodes where he's fighting, first Rukia, Renji, and Chad, and then Ichigo comes in and everything. The way, again, there's no inflection in the voice. He sounds incredibly generic. Like, I am stronger than Ukiura, so-and-so combined. These people are all playthings compared to me. And I'm like, again, what is with the lack of real emotion in these voice actors? Like, is it like, hey guys, we got another episode we need to do. We want to get through it as fast as possible. Yeah, you'll get your paycheck. Yeah. You'll get the typical amount of money. But we just need to get through this as fast as possible. So let's just go ahead and go. Because a lot of the, especially like I said, the Espada and pretty much all the Arrancars sound way too freaking generic. Not a lot of inflections in their voice. Really hard to it's not even excusable, really. Like, there's like, okay, it sounds mediocre and everything, but a lot of these voice actors are like, to be honest, horrible. Like I said, it's like these people are brand new. They don't know what the anime is like, and they just go along. Except for Grimmjow. Grimmjow, and actually, okay, not all the Espada. Grimmjow, Ukiura, and Noitora had good voice actors, in my opinion. Pretty good voice actors. In fact, I would almost compare it to a lot of the good. I have nothing to drink, of course. I would almost compare it to the good people from the 13 Court Guard squads. But see, you have like mediocre, and then you have like the horrible voice actors, which compare, like, the reason why I say it's bad is because you got to take the whole series. You got to take in the whole series. And when you bring in people that are just tossing in their voices, like they just first pronounced it doing their first take or something, and they haven't watched the original material, it gets really annoying to watch. Because if they're not excited, how are you supposed to feel excited? So I would recommend the Japanese dub, of course. Because, like I said, the Espadas and a lot of the Arrancars are horrible. The voice acting for them is horrible. And this almost seems like a tradition with Viz Media anyway. It's not good. It's not good. I'm sorry. And it's not getting better for some reason. So, send me a question. Let me know what you guys think. And this is Omega Drive XL. See you guys later.